Hi there, and welcome back to another episode of Prestige Liquids. My name is Andrew, and as always, it is fantastic to have you here with me again on another whiskey review video. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me along my journey so far, and if you're new to the channel, then please make sure you hit the bell notification and the subscription button right now so that you can stay up to date with all future content. Well now, on to the show. Well, will you look at this? Finally, another review outside in my natural habitat. This is what I like. I like doing my outdoor reviews. Finally, the weather has righted itself. No more wind, no more rain. I've got sunshine, clotheslines, cicadas, birds, planes flying over, but that doesn't matter. Now we finally get to do a proper Prestige Liquid style review. So today we are going to be continuing on with part 3 of the Glengoyne whiskey tasting set. So that's this thing right here. Previously I have reviewed the 10-year-old, the 15-year-old, and today I am going to be reviewing the 18-year-old. So that is this one here. So a little bit of information about this. It's sherry cask matured in both European and American oak, bottled at 43% ABV. As far as I know, all natural presentation, so I believe that it is natural colored and non-chill filtered as well. I do have a Glengoyne playlist set up. I'll put a link in the description box down below, that way you can stay up to date with any of these Glengoyne reviews that you may have missed, and also I'll include future Glengoyne reviews into that same playlist as well, because judging by what I've been experiencing so far, I am absolutely loving Glengoyne and I cannot wait to try some more, so I'll definitely be adding into that list. I will also be putting a link in the description box down below as well for Glengoyne's sustainability initiatives. They have some absolutely fantastic things that they're doing out of their distillery, and I think if you are interested in that, then it's definitely worth a check out. So be sure to check out those links. There's some very good information in there. But right now, we're here for the review. Today I am reviewing the Glengoyne 18-year-old, and yeah, let's get started. So on the nose, okay, yep, so you're definitely getting a really nice combination of sherry influence and typical like Speyside American oak flavors coming through. So first off, I am getting those orchard fruits, apples, pears. I'm also getting some nice citric notes as well, so lemon rind, maybe a little bit of like lime pulp as well. Very malty, very grassy. It's quite grain forward as well. Vanilla, caramel. I'm also getting things like dates, sultanas. Okay, there's also a bit of like a sulfuric note coming through as well, kind of like a struck match. Touch of oak and pepper, pineapple, mango. This is a very fruity nose. It's very refreshing, very inviting. But considering the age, it's also quite sharp. I was expecting something a little bit mellow, a little bit more rounded. This is actually quite spiky. All right, let's move on to the palate and let's see what we get. So cheers. Okay, this is interesting and pretty much a good indication as to why age statements are not everything. This has a thick and medium bodied syrupy textured mouthfeel. It is very spiky, very prickly. Typically for an older Scotch, especially say something like an 18-year-old, you would naturally expect more rounded, softer, like more of a mellower mouthfeel, but this is quite spiky. As I said, it's and surprisingly quite intense. I have to say that I am a little bit disappointed. So far, I think the overall experience from the the 10 and the 15-year-old is actually much more enjoyable than this. You definitely have a better mouthfeel in terms of flavor as well. I have to say that I've enjoyed the taste of the 10 and the 15 more, but let's see what else we're getting. So in terms of the flavor profile, it is definitely a Speyside style of scotch. I am definitely picking up those grassy orchard fruit notes as well. So like I said, fresh cut grass, apples, pears, a little bit of like lemon and orange notes, quite malty. Again, there's some type of there's some type of sour bitter note as well that I can't really seem to, I can't pick the flavor, but there is definitely a bitterness. It's quite peppery as well, so I'm getting quite a bit of like white pepper, touch of milk chocolate, vanilla and vanilla cream, caramel. Wet, yeah, it definitely has like a wet wood note to it as well. It's definitely very oaky, but I am not really finding any real balance to the flavor, and I think that's where I am quite disappointed. The 10 and the 15-year-olds were exceptionally well balanced with their flavor. Everything complemented each other, whereas this is like, okay, throw a flavor note here, throw a note there, add this here, let's do this, let's do this over here. I'm not really picking up any real balance, and I'm finding that quite disappointing. The finish, much of the same really. I will say in general though, the finish of this is longer than what the 10 and the 15-year-old were. More prominent on the apple and pear notes. Again, that wet oak note is coming through, malty, chocolatey. It has pretty much the same characteristics coming through as it did on the nose and the palate. So I guess there is a certain balance there where a flavor profile is maintaining from beginning to end. But I am unfortunately very underwhelmed. I am glad to say that I've had this in a sample. I think if I had actually gone out and spent the money on a full-size bottle, I would have been extremely disappointed. I think especially for an 18-year-old single malt. There are just certain expectations that you would normally expect for that type of age. But all in all, I will say it is not a horrible whiskey. I think there are many people that will definitely enjoy this. It's not for me. I will be much happier with the 10-year-old. I do hear other amazing things from the rest of the range of Glengoyne, so still I am very happy to try more of them, but I will definitely not be getting the 18-year-old. That's pretty much all I have to say about this. Though I have stated at the start of this series that this was originally intended to be a 3-part series. However, I have got a 4th sample that I have. So the next video will be again another Glengoyne. I won't reveal what that is. You'll have to stay tuned for the next video. But make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so that you can stay up to date for the update. And yeah, I'll see you all again on the next video. KIPPIS. Oh, you're still here. Well, why not consider continuing on with some more content and subscribing? I'll see you next time. Bye bye.